right. Well, Season 3, Episode 3 of The Mandalorian is finally here. No. It's actually Episode 7, the finale of the Book of Boba Fett. We still haven't seen a book. We're not going to see a book. This episode, the final chapter for Season 1, is called In the Name of Honor. I don't get the title. I don't know. We're going to get into that. It's an hour long. It's directed by Robert Rodriguez. He's had 2 strikes. This is his 3rd and final strike. How did he do? Did he bring it on home? The short answer is I don't know. This felt like a summer movie, popcorn movie, and that's not a compliment. You know, you see everything going on, and then when it's over, you're like, I don't know how I feel about any of that. All right, the final chapter starts off in Garza's sanctuary, the ruins, because the bomb blew it up, and I guess Garza bit the dust. I guess we're not going to see Miss Beals again. She was looking great, 58 years old. Can you believe that? And she's gone? That sucks. I was hoping the mod squad would give her like a fake arm or something. Anyway, we're in Garza's sanctuary, the ruins, and Boba is going to be very agreeable this entire chapter, okay? He agrees the drugs are bad, and that's why we have to fight the Pikes. Mando tells Boba that Mos Pelgo isn't called Mos Pelgo anymore. It's called Freetown, and Boba says, okay. The mod squad is there, unfortunately. We're going to get a lot of the mod squad, unfortunately. And they get cranky with Boba again. Boba says, we're going to go back to the palace and hold up to battle the Pikes, and the mod squad says, no, this is our home. You have to stay here. And Boba goes, okay. All right, next up, we go to our villains, those nasty Pikes. I think the Mayor Makshaiz, the Ithorian mayor of Mos Espa, and in walks Cad Bane, and we learn that the Pikes actually killed Boba's Tusken family, those Pikes, and not that Nikto speeder bike gang. So Cad Bane says, oh, I know how to draw Boba out of Garza's paradise sanctuary. I'm going to draw him out with that information. And then we cut to crazy mechanic lady because an X-Wing fighter lands in her shop. And I'm thinking, is Luke going to get out and whoop some ass? That would be kind of cool. But no, it's R2-D2 apparently flying that ship, and Baby Yoda sitting in the pilot's seat. And the mechanic lady is all excited. Oh, Baby Yoda. And he goes, my name's Grogu. Or someone says it. I don't know. And she's like, Grogu? I hate that name. I kind of hate that name too. I don't know. It's kind of a bad name. And then crazy mechanic lady lifts his shirt, which is kind of weird. And you see he has Frodo's mithril shirt underneath his robe. So Baby Yoda's ready to kick some ass. All right, then things cut to some heavy exposition from Fennec Shand. She's doing a lot of the heavy lifting in this episode. We'll see coming up. We have our mod squad, and we learn at least I did, that Drash is the female leader of the squad, let's say, and Scad is the man of color. I would say African American, but we're really on Tatooine, so who knows? He's a person of color, and he's a member of the mod squad. He's got that eyepiece thing. Those names are terrible, and I'm still not a fan of the mod squad. Then we get some beautiful shots of the Mos Espa Vespa bikes. Those beautiful colors, all colors on the rainbow represented here in their bike gang. I love it so much. And then we get a beautiful shot of the new Disney Hotel Starliner. It'll sneak up several times in this episode, so got to promote that Star Wars hotel. I hear there are vacancies available, and I heard they're having a hard time getting cast members to actually work in the Star Wars hotel. They had to fire everybody and then hire them back. What's going on with that, Disney? All right, so it sounds like the battle for Mos Vespa is happening right out my window, because it kind of is. There's like 5 huge trucks that the city decided to send out here today to do some drilling and cutting and God knows what. So apologize for that. So in this episode that was a little heavy on exposition, a little bit boring, things are going to get better when Cad Bane goes to Mos Vespa and confronts Boba Fett outside Garza's sanctuary. Bane basically says, listen, the spice must flow, Boba. So let the spice flow and this will all go away. And Boba Fett says, no, drugs are bad. And they are bad. So Bane tells Boba that the Pikes, listen, the Pikes, they're bad. They killed your Tusken family. So he's trying to fan the flames of passion there. And he even says, let's do this right now. And Boba's getting the idea that I can take him. I can take him. We're going to find out Boba can't take him, and that kind of sucks. But Boba says, I can take him. And Fennec Shand, wearing the pants in this relationship, tells Boba, not now. Do it on your own terms, which he won't do. But Boba Fett goes, oh, okay. And in fact, sometimes Bane is like trolling us. Because Bane says, you're getting soft in your old age. But Boba walks away, and then our favorite Twi'lek advisor guy praises Boba for being soft. All right, so in the next several scenes, we learn those 3 alien houses of Mos Vespa, they have lied to Boba Fett. They're going to work with the Pikes and do a coordinated strike on Boba Fett's crew. So things start off with the Aqualish attacking that mod squad, and I'm thinking, yeah, get that mod squad, wipe them out. But Fennec Shand is going to save them and do some ninja stuff. Fennec is all OP ninja throughout this episode. And after she saves the mod squad, we have Drash looking gratefully and lovingly at Fennec Shand. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but okay. Next up, we have BK, Black Chrysanthemum. And I don't know why he's hanging around the Trandoshan territory. That's probably a bad idea. But those dirty Trandoshans, they sneak up and attack him and wrestle him to the ground, like 3 Trandoshans. I guess they're strong. I don't know. And then we have Boba Fett's pig guards. For some reason, they wanted to patrol the edge of a cliff. So they were just like sort of cornered and fall off the edge of the cliff to their death. So goodbye, pig guards. So yeah, Boba Fett's crew, not looking so good. All right, next up, we have a nice scene between Boba and Mando. They're talking, they're hanging out, and they talk about the creed and of the Mandalorian, and Boba kind of, scoffs at that. And they're discussing, what do we want to do here? Do we want to, fight, regroup? And they agree they want to die in the name of honor. Maybe a throwback to the title of this episode. And then our favorite Twi'lek advisor guy says, hey, hold up, I have an idea here. Let me negotiate. And he explains. It's like meta or trolling us. He explains that I know you all think I have a strange accent because I was educated on Coruscant. And so I was like, okay, yeah, we've been wondering why you act a little bit strange. So let me negotiate, he says. Let me use my skills. And Boba Fett again says, okay. So the Twi'lek goes out to present the terms, what he thinks is the terms of surrender to the Pikes, only to flip through his little data pad and realize that they're not surrendering. In fact, they're telling those Pikes to leave. So that doesn't go well. And as I was expecting Mr. Twi'lek guy to be killed, but he's kind of warming up to me, to be honest, so I didn't want him to be killed. I still want the mod squad to be killed. Twi'lek guy is warming up to me this episode. So we think he's going to get killed, and oh no, we finally get a really good scene. Boba Fett and the Mandalorian flying in on their jetpacks and kicking ass. And they're working together, they're using their gear, all of their gear, but they're standing in the middle of the street. I don't know, guys. You guys are both good killers, good bounty hunters. Maybe don't stand in the middle of the street. Next, I felt the heavy hands of Robert Rodriguez here. The action was really good, Boba and Mando. It didn't make a lot of sense, strategy-wise, but okay. But they're all showing off their weapons and working together and looking cool. But there was one shot where they shoot a Pike guy from the roof, the sniper guy. And as he's falling, they continue both to shoot him like 8 to 10 more times. And that totally reminded me, I think that shtick was in Desperado. So that's pretty throwback, old school Robert Rodriguez. Again, it doesn't make any sense. The guy was dead there, so why do you shoot him as he continues to fall? But go, Robert, go. All right, so finally, because they're standing in the middle of the street, Boba and Mando, they need some help. So who shows up first? I think it's our Freetown people. Yes, our Freetowners, they show up on a big, heavy speeder, like a gun speeder, and they start saving Boba and Mando, but then they get overrun, so they got to hide behind the speeder now with Boba and Mando, still in the middle of the street. And just when you think they're going to get overrun, oh, the mod squad shows up, right? But they soon fall back, and now they're hiding behind the speeder with Boba and Mando and the Freetowners in the middle of the street. And then, when you think they're done for, BK shows up, Black Chrysanthemum, only to sort of fall back and hide behind the speeder with the mod squad, the Freetowners, and Boba and Mando in the middle of the street. How come also, whenever BK is doing anything, it's always in slow motion? All right, so all of our heroes are hiding behind this speeder. And what do the Pikes do? Well, they send out, I think there were like 3 4-legged destroyer droids. That's what they look like. They got their shield around them. Now, they're called scorpion neck droids, according to Crazy Mechanic Lady. I don't know if they really looked like scorpions to me. I think they looked something like out of the Terminator movies. They were way too shiny. They got the Terminator red dots. So I don't know if I like the look of those things. They should look a little more industrial, a little more ragged. But they were too high tech, something out of Terminator for my liking, all right? And so they got the shields, so energy weapons or kinetic weapons will not pierce those shields. So that's the struggle. And we got the mod squad running around. In fact, they save BK. And one of the mod squatter guys, I forget his name, does some spinorama move. He's just spinning. It doesn't make any sense. And then we got Crazy Mechanic Lady. She's on a rickshaw. And she's got Baby Yoda and bumps into the Mandalorian. And something happens where they all go flying. And Mandalorian uses his jetpack to catch Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda can use the Force. I'm pretty sure he could have landed okay. He's been training with Luke, but he just leaves Crazy Mechanic Lady to bite the dirt as he saves Baby Yoda. And then, the moment we've all been waiting for, ever since a baby Rancor was delivered to Boba Fett enters the battle riding the Rancor. And he's not a baby anymore. All right, so our heroes have been awkwardly running around and hiding for a few minutes, but now it's time to take down these droids. So we got droid number 1, let's say. So, Mando tries to sneak in, and the Rancor is pushing on the Force shield. Mando's trying to use the dark saber. But what really takes out the first droid after the shield has sort of been gone, I believe, is that Baby Yoda uses the Force. And I thought, oh my God, is he going to crush this droid? I think this droid has the upper hand on Mando. So that's when Baby Yoda gets Forcey is when Mando's in trouble. So I thought, oh, he can crush maybe that big scary robot. But no, instead he pulls out like a little part. And then the number 1 droid just falls to the ground there and they can overtake it. As far as droid number 2, this scene to me had Pacific Rim written all over it. More of a monster versus robot fight. Big monsters and big robots in the streets fighting Pacific Rim style. And I kept thinking, this is crazy. This is ridiculous. But my 7-year-old son's going to love it. All right, and what happened next, I thought should have been a lot better. So, all right, so we got Boba Fett riding a Rancor, and he's just picking up pikes, and Boba's shooting and throwing pikes and eating, the Rancor's eating pikes, and I was like, this looks pretty cool. I mean, I think this battle's about over. But no, Cad Bane shows up, and a little bit of fire scares the Rancor, and Boba Fett goes flying off the Rancor. Little contrived, just so we can finally have our showdown between Boba and Cad Bane. Now, for those of you who know, there was the last season of the Clone Wars cartoon. There's a deleted scene of Boba Fett facing off with Cad Bane. So I think this showdown, was planned to happen for a while. But this version is a whole lot different from the deleted scene. You can go on the YouTubes and find the deleted scene. I actually like that scene a lot better. Go check that out. So here we have finally Boba and Cad Bane in the streets, and there is a history between these two because Cad Bane says, I've beat you to bounties before and that type of thing, and Bane is saying, I just don't, what's your angle here? And Boba says, these are my people, this is my city. So, okay, I don't know if I really buy that. So we have Cad Bane with his pistol and Boba with his rifle, which to me, you'd put the rifle down. Doesn't he have a sidearm? And you'd kind of do a pistol-to-pistol thing, right? No, Boba Fett's going to use his rifle, and they're going to draw, and Boba Fett's going to lose. He's going to lose handedly. So, didn't like that. I thought Boba, if Cobb Vanth and, I don't know, it did better than Boba here. So, Boba gets shot once, and then he gets, shot again. and he's on the ground, and Cad Bane is above him and takes Boba's helmet off, and says, "You're a cold killer. You're playing it straight. You're getting soft. So here is your final lesson. What he says, look out for yourself. Looking out for anyone else's weakness." So just as he's gonna kill Boba, Boba Fett somehow from behind his back whips out his gaffy stick while he's lying on the ground and knocks Cad Bane away, and then now he's above Cad Bane. And I didn't like what happened here. I mean, Cad Bane is calling Boba, "You're a killer, you're a killer, you got your dad's blood in you." And Boba has the gaffy stick above Cad Bane, and he should say, "I'm a new man," or something, because that's what the whole show is about, right? But no, Boba Fett proves Cad Bane right. He just stabs him, and he shouldn't have killed him. He should have said, I'm something smart and sassy, and throw the gaffy stick, and you're beaten, and I'm the best bounty hunter in the galaxy. Very disappointed. I thought that made Boba Fett weak physically and weak mentally. All right, so while Boba Fett and Cad Bane are messing around, fooling around, Boba Fett's rancor that ran away because it was scared of fire, apparently, it's wreaking havoc on the city, King Kong style. In fact, it even climbs the tower like King Kong and rah. And Mandalorian has to save the city, I guess, so he gets on his jetpack and goes to take on the rancor. That doesn't work out so good, so Mando gets thrown. And so the rancor is in the street, and Baby Yoda, of course, walks up to the rancor, and we got that tension of the little Baby Yoda and the big rancor. But then Baby Yoda can use the Force and force tame, kind of like Anakin. Didn't Anakin do? Oh yeah, with the Reek, yeah, in the arena. So Grogu, man, Grogu knows all about the Force. I don't know why Luke had to train him. Grogu uses Force tame on the big monster, and tames the rancor, and then they just take a nap together. Those who nap together stay together. All right, next up we go back to the office where the leader of the Pikes and Mok Shaiz, Mayor Mok Shaiz, is there, and we have some Fennec Shand action. We don't know what's going on, but like a string goes down around the mayor's neck, and he's hung, and then the Pike guy gets taken out, and then we see it's Fennec Shand doing all her ninja stuff. She is the master assassin, after all. I think she's better than Boba Fett, we learned in the book of Boba Fett. So after that, we got some more beautiful shots of the Disney Starliner Hotel. Book your reservations right now. There are openings available. If you've got like $5,000, you can spend 2 nights in the Star Wars universe. So yeah, Boba and Fennec Shand are walking around the streets of Mos Vespa, and people are bowing to Boba now and treating him with respect. I know he destroyed the city. His crazy rancor just leveled half of it, but he unlike Khaleesi, Boba Fett rules with respect. Then we cut to Mando and his cramped Naboo starfighter, and it's like, someone calls CYS because child endangerment is being done to Baby Yoda. He's in that cramped bubble back seat, and he keeps tapping on the window. Technically, I don't know if you can hear in space, but in Star Wars you can hear in space. So he's tapping on the window, and the Mandalorian hits it's not the hyperdrive. Oh, I forget what it's called. The super speed. Let's go with that. Sublight engines. So, and Baby Yoda's like, it's so fun. And then roll to credits. And I got to say, the credits, the artwork of the credits always looks better than the show. Maybe not so much with the Mandalorian episodes, but when I was looking at the artwork, I'm going, there's a certain tone and vibe to this artwork. I don't know if we really got that ever in the actual show. We do have a post-credit scene. Thundercat, I think that was Thundercat. Now I know it's Thundercat. He is in Boba's Bacta tank area. And who is in the Bacta tank? I think it was Cobb Vanth. I thought Cobb Vanth was going to show up in this episode to help out, but he didn't. But he's in the Bacta tank. That's a good thing, and we got the impression that maybe Thundercat is going to give him... I think Cobb Vanth is going to get like a cybernetic arm thing. What do you guys think? All right, so there it was. Let me know what you think. Chapter 7, the finale of the book of Boba Fett. In the name of honor, I guess. I don't know. I don't know exactly how I feel about this episode. In one hand, it was started off a little slow and then finally turned into like a big robot versus monster thing, and everyone's running around awkwardly and hiding and shooting. It was like a summer popcorn movie. My brain was kind of shutting off. Like you're watching it, but is it good Star Wars? Probably not. And they're just... So it's just a big mess that my 7-year-old son will probably adore, you know, the second half of this episode. But I think the big sin about this series and even this episode is really the handling of Boba Fett. I suppose they're trying to say that thinking about others is not a weakness, as Cad Bane was there to suggest. But it's actually a strength. So at the end, we have Boba Fett, who's starting to realize these things about becoming less selfish and becoming selfless, kind of like a Jedi, I suppose. And we have Cad Bane that's maybe more Sith. Selfish is the way, and, you know, watch out for yourself and protect yourself. And at the end, we learn it's not the best gunfighter who wins. I still have a problem with that. Boba Fett should be a badass gunfighter. Oh, well, his dad was pretty good, spinning a pistol. All right. So it's not who's the best fighter, it's who's the most caring and loving bounty hunter who wins. So, again, I don't think I'm a fan of that. I think they really missed the mark on the Boba Fett character. All right, I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone that joined me on this 7-week journey. You made the show a lot more bearable at times, so thank you so much, and I hope you feel the same way. I loved talking with you. I've made new friends. You guys have left me some great messages, so thank you so much. We're going to keep it going here. I mean, whether it's Picard or Halo or the new Batman movie, I know there's like something every week. So let me know what you guys are interested in. I'm probably going to cover it and probably hopefully do some live streams shortly as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, everybody. Have a great day, a great week. I will see you soon. And as always, I will see you on the new. Thank you.